Hello everyone and welcome to my guide on Lantern. This is an S-rank psychic type fire DPS battlesuit that's protected by the Will of Destiny Astral Ring. We're going to take a look at what it does in battle, her skills and rank ups, rotation, and her stigmata and weapon. Let's get right into it. Okay, so let's take a look at what it does in battle. First, she has 3 weapons. She starts with a rapid crossbow, switches into a shotgun, and then into submachine gun in this order by placing the weapon skill button like this. These are the crossbow attacks, the shotgun attacks, and the submachine gun attacks. By pressing the weapon skill button while attacking, she switches to the next weapon and it leaves behind a vestige that continues the previous attack of the weapon. Like this. She can also use her weapon skill to do an evasion attack like this. That's an attack with the current weapon. Her energy gauge fills by attacking with her vestige, her weapons, or her evasion attacks, and is always full when entering with QTE. Now let's mark the gauge in battle to see her combo attack. This is her combo attack. She jumps in the air and blasts the enemies with a rocket launcher. If she's not in the air, she jumps first, then does the attack. If she's already in the air, like for example with QTE, like this, she completes it immediately. You can connect from QTE to this combo attack. And that's basically what she does in battle. This is her ultimate. Pauses timer like every other strong battlesuit. Now let's take a look at your Astral Ring. Pay attention to your pink gauge. Right next to it are gonna be 2 blue dots. Let's call them dots. That are maxed out at the start of the Astral Ring, so you can cast the combo if you have a pink gauge and 2 of these blue gauges. And then in order to fill them up, you have to use the phantoms of each of your teammates once. So let's take a look. You see the pink and 2 blues. Combo attack, like here. We use a phantom. We fill 1 blue. She does her vestige attacks automatically if they are available while attacking. Now we fill the gauge with the second phantom and we can cast the combo, and that's basically her Astral Ring rotation. Okay, now let's take a look at the skills. Her leader skill basically depends on how many harmonized Shadow Star trait. So basically Senna, Thelema, Lantern herself, and Coralie, who counts as any Astral Ring. So having any of those counts as one of the Shadow Star of the harmonized Shadow Star. This means they can turn into a phantom. Coralie is an exception because she basically just counts as anything. Like every Astral Ring, 1, 2, and 3 members give different bonuses. 1 member basically increases the phantom attack damage. 2 members makes them all members share the stellar drain effect, which is the effect when outside the Astral Ring to get extra Astral Ring energy, basically with a special combo attack. Depends on the character. And with 3, that it makes enemies take more fire damage during the stellar outburst state, which is during the Astral Ring. Now for your passives. With Astral Ring inactive, she does more damage. even more fire damage, and builds the gauge faster. Then casting the switch attack with the weapons, firepower rotation, which is when attacking pressing the weapon skill. It grants the combo attack extra damage, up to 3 of those for the maximum damage, and gets the effect immediately when entering Astral Ring. Combo attack or ultimate grant here a buff, which makes enemies take more elemental damage, while either of the World Star or the Wheel of Destiny are active, which is basically every time. C also gets this effect while activating the Stellar Outburst, and exiting Stellar Outburst removes the effect. And while having Wheel of Destiny, it also gets a bonus effect of making enemies take more fire damage from here. Then it's this, which just increases fire damage and makes enemies take more elemental damage while World Star is active. And this is just describes here what we talked about in the battle section. For your evasion, we basically just covered it during battles. She can trigger an evasion attack. It restores blast energy depending on each firearm. While using the ultimate evasion skill, so actively evading an attack, she deals more damage with the evasion attack, and she has an extra evasion attempt. Next is your weapon skill. We basically covered all of this during battle. She can switch between your firearms by pressing a weapon, and by attacking and pressing weapons, she uses firepower rotation, which basically completes the attack of the previous weapon and does damage that counts as being dealt by her. And each firearm generates different energy at a different rate and deals different damage. She also gains crack shot after releasing QD or firepower rotation, increasing her fire damage. She also gets this during Stellar Outburst by attacking enemies, so this will basically be active all the time. Next, extra total damage while crack shot exists, so basically all the time again. And she takes 40% less total damage, and generating a vestige recovers HP. This is mostly relevant in Elysian Realm for some builds, so focusing on the HP manipulation. For your basic attack, this is basically how much damage each weapon does and how much blast energy it recovers on hit. Then she can dispel Shadow Fog, which is basically only available in the Part 2 open world, at least as of now. QT is triggered by time slow or hitting enemies 15 times within 3 seconds, or when time frozen domain triggered by teammates ends. Switches to the crossbow while entering, refills your blast energy, which allows her to use her combo attack immediately. While Wheel of Destiny is active, switch cooldown is reduced by 4 seconds, and when teammates stellar range consumed, her switch cooldown is reduced by 4 seconds and her QD is triggered, which then cools down for 4 seconds. This basically means that after triggering Stellar Drain while she is the leader using with the Wheel of Destiny, she can basically just reset her QTE and enter immediately. So she can exit, then a teammate triggers Stellar Drain by a combo attack of their own, depends on the character, and she then again triggers her QTE again and enters again, being able to just blast up with a combo attack again. For your ultimates, we basically just talk about it. Time Frozen Domain costs 100 SP and just damage. She starts with 50 extra SP. After using your combo attack, you will basically do this every time. She gets additional damage to the final hit of her ultimate. And after teammates consume SP, depends on the amount, she deals more fire damage for 25 seconds. Gets the maximum effect when entering Stellar Outburst. Next is your combo. We also talked about it. Consume all blast energy. She has to jump before casting it, and that's basically it. It also restores 15 bonus SP on hit. And that's all about the combo. The rest are rank up passives. We will cover them in the rank up section. So we're going to go through Astral Ring as fast as possible, since most of it is just all the time active. Just gonna explain each of the different Astral Rings. The World Star and the Wheel of Destiny. First, for Wheel of Destiny, as we saw, it's basically you get 2 concentrated blast energy as you enter. It's the blue gauge at the right. But for each consumed, it generates a vestige, which deals bonus damage at a maximum of 2. She gains the concentrated blast energy by using a Shadow Star attack, which is the Phantom. She gains Rondo in Shadows, which makes Firepower Rotation generate Phantoms to deal bonus damage. And that's basically it for Wheel of Destiny. Next, for World Star, she gains 6 Quantum Mech Energy. Basically, every character gains 6 Quantum Mech Energy for World Star to trigger the Domain Resonance marks with Resonance attacks. She attacks repeatedly and uses Firepower Rotation on her own, consuming 1 to trigger the Domain Resonance marks. And weapon is disabled. That is basically it. And last, she gains Stellar Drain when entering the battle and when exiting. Stellar Outburst to recover a maximum of 20 Astral Ring intensity. And that's it for the Astral Ring. So over here, rank up passives. S1 increases fire damage dealt by the character from 9 to 16%, basically upgrades one of your skills to give a bit more damage. S2 unlocks a new skill, makes the combo attack also include cluster bombs, which deal additional damage that counts as combo attack damage. You basically get these two with one copy, and it's a pretty decent damage increase. Probably the most noteworthy upgrade. S3 is a leader skill upgrade and goes together with double S, since you need an additional copy from S2, which also unlocks a skill which makes the combo attack deal 20% mortal damage, and while Fire Shower exists, her teammates deal mortal damage. Then each copy is one rank up, so one copy for double S1, another copy for double S2, etc. Double S1 basically upgrades one of your Astral Ring skills to increase a bit more total damage for each of the nodes of this skill. Then double S increases her crackshot total damage boost by 6%. Then double S3, the leader skill upgrade, and then triple S unlocks a new skill which allows her to manually trigger her ultimate evasion skill, and an upgrade to another one of her skills, which basically just buffs up Crackshot a bit more, from 26% to 35% fire damage. And that's basically it. The most noteworthy upgrades are, I believe, S2 and double S, the first two copies. If you get here early, you could go for S2, but overall, if you play in red loads or below, it's fine even at the 0. She's already plenty strong. Now for your equipment. Her weapon, Burn the Long Night Luminar, which is the PRI version. We're gonna go through it pretty fast. Let's see. Weapon activity depends on the wielder, the usual. with harmonized shadow start tag, more fire damage when equipped by lantern. She starts with extra blast energy, throws a piercing blade when casting firepower rotation. The piercing blade deals most damage as weapon skill damage. Um, uh, they make enemies take more fire damage. They reduce movement speed. She deals more damage in stellar outburst. Starts with 3 stacks of Supreme Incarnation. When attacked, she consumes 1 to perform an ultimate evasion once. Will be restored once every 8 seconds up to 3 stacks. When Wheel of Destiny is activated, other team members with the tag also deal more physical and elemental damage. When Wall Star is activated, other team members also deal more physical and elemental damage. Pretty much the same effect for both Astral Rings. Then another passive, she deals more fire damage, and even more fire damage when enemies inflicted with a flame, which is what they get by getting hit by combo attack or piercing blades from the first passive. And then the synergy skill, which makes enemies take 3% damage on synergy 1. And when equipped by lantern, she gains 20 more initial SP. And at synergy 2, it goes up to 6% and 35 and 9% and 50 at synergy 3. For her other weapon options, she can use either Helia's weapon, mostly for the attack, and some total damage bonuses, or the free weapon from the forgery, Tada the Blow, which should be your last option, honestly. And both of these weapons should be way worse than her signature. Okay, so for Stigmata, I'm gonna start from the 3-piece, which is this, basically an essay. I'm gonna try to summarize it. She deals more fire damage and gets Hanging Flame when entering external outburst or dealing damage. This increases her fire damage in Wheel of Destiny, and in World Star enemies take more total damage, and again more total damage, and more total fire damage. And while characters are in Astral Ring charging, so outside of Astral Ring, Tormented Resonance tag members also deal 20% more total damage. With Gold Star or Wheel of Destiny active, other team members deal more elemental damage and they gain 30% crit rate. She also grants 30% more crit damage while Wheel of Destiny is active. So for a future physical damage character. And that's it for the 3-piece. The 2-piece increases ultimate damage when she has Hanging Flame and Resonance is activated. Deals more fire damage, and enemies take more fire damage, and all characters on the team deal more physical and crit damage. So supports basically everything. Then for the top piece, this is the T-piece effect. She deals more fire damage, enemies take more fire damage, and when she has Hanging Flame, they take even more elemental damage. For the M-piece, more total damage when she has Hanging Flame, enemies take 30% more total damage through Resonance, and the character deals 30% fire damage when Astral Ring is not activated, which means when she is not the leader, or no Astral Ring member is the leader, so in a part 1 team, for example. At least that's what this means if the translation is correct. So for the bottom piece, ranged attacks deal 30% more fire damage, more total damage. With Hanging Flame, when Astral Ring is not activated, it deals 68% more fire damage, so again in a part 1 team. And when Astral Ring is activated, all other team members deal 20% more total damage. And that's basically his Stigmata. You don't really need alternatives. You can craft everything, and if you want to use her, it's recommended to actually craft it.
该动点，该出手了。不曾引证，其送我名。要结束了，轮到我了。祈祷，就让这道光烧尽一切。走路吧，轮到我了。祈祷吧，靠你接应了。轮到一起上，祈祷。该动点真格，走路吧。走路吧。是离职。轮到我了，祈祷，就让这道光烧尽一切。走路吧。闪电就位，好，时机正好，打靶时间，速战速决，到此为止，各就各位，统统消失。到此为止，轮到我了，祈祷，就让这道光烧尽一切。呀吼！走你！呼呼！一起上吧，搭档！久等了，希娜。雷光起王，一群奔涌吧！星辰的铁流，火力突击，别客气，别走神了，该结束了。上路吧。轮到我了，祈祷，我会让你们化作齑粉。空中接力，看招！别，走你！呀！呼呼！我来搞定。加速重定向完成，旭日警戒，动态执行，需要帮助。能量检测到违规行为，请立刻关闭非法软件。Tap recharge. 1, 2, fire. 到此为止，时间到，爆炸，就让这道光烧尽一切。轮到我了，祈祷，上路吧。搭载武装，自由开火。能量解线，全领域覆盖，修正误差。要结束了，时间到了，消耗遗言了吗？太迟了。
This was my lantern guide. This is my first guide, so hopefully you enjoyed it. If you liked, give this video a like, subscribe for more, and let me know in the comments if you could like more of this in the future. Thanks for watching, see you next time.